of WD-40 spray. Cleans the oil off the pipe. To look like a pro, might as well be a pro, right? Half of the pipe instantly. To solder the first time and not have no leaks, this is basically what you're going to need. And it's pretty much on every size pipe, whether it's a 1/2 inch or 3/4. You need some type of gas, whether it's propane or it's MAP gas. You're going to need a torch head. You will need cutters. You'll need a tape measure. You'll need some sanding cloth. Solder. Me personally, I like 95.5. You'll have to have some flux. Fitting brush. You can actually buy them single, right? Or you can buy the double. It's a 1/2 inch on one side, 3/4 on the other, and this will do the outside of the pipe for the 3/4, for the 1/2 inch. And I say pair of gloves. Also, a can of WD-40 spray. Now we can get started. Measure whatever length that you need and cut it. If you don't have a pencil or a marker, you can take the back side of your cutters and scar it, and you will know where to cut your pipe. If you have a marker, just go ahead and mark it and cut it. Also, you have seen someone do their copper cutters like this and then back and forth. This, back and forth. That's okay, but what you'd have to watch when you do that is the screws that are in your wheels and on your cutting wheel. They will back out when you do the backward motion on your cutters. It's best to just go completely around, and when you crank it down, don't crank it so tight. Just do a 1/4 turn. Quarter. And after you do it some time, I can tell when it is ready to cut all the way through. If you cut it and it falls and hits the ground, pick it up and look at the very end of it and see if it's oval shaped. Now that you have your copper cut to length, go ahead and get you a piece of sandpaper. Get you a large piece of sandpaper. To look like a pro, might as well be a pro, right? So I'm going to teach you. Hold it in one hand at the very end of it. Place it over your copper. Put your thumb on the sanding cloth. Don't put a whole lot of pressure with the other thumb, just enough to keep it in place. And then slide it. Again, place it on the end of over the copper. Place your thumb on it, just enough to hold it. Light pressure. Pull the sanding cloth. Pull the sanding cloth. Now it may take you a few times to get the hang of it, but once you do, 3 swipes on this and I can have this copper sanded. Because I put my thumb off to the side and roll this around So it's doing like half of the pipe instantly. If you sand it and you still see some discolor on it, do it again. You have to get that really clean. And a pointer, don't touch it with your bare hands after you get it clean. It puts oil on that, then when you go to try to solder, you're going to have an issue. After we've got the pipe cleaned, get your fitting brush out, do it one way, keeps from tearing up your fitting brushes. Turn it over, do the other side. Make sure that it's good and clean inside. Your your flux brush, dip in there and get you some flux. Once you get it on your fitting brush, make sure you do the pipe and the fitting. Get your torch and your solder ready. You put your fire on one side of the fitting and you put your solder to the other side. And that solder will draw to your heat. And also, if you start at the bottom and work your way up, the heat will transfer and you won't have to have it so long on the fitting. Now, here comes the part that I said, your WD-40. Go ahead and spray it down. And wipe it clean. Gets all the oil off of that. It does two things. It cools the pipe to make it bond, and it also cleans any of that flux that has ran down your pipe. So there you go. There's how to solder the first time and not have a leak. So if you see value in this video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, comment, and share. See you on the next one. Later.